Hi students, in the last video we discussed about the structure of organic compounds, that is alkanes. In this video we are going to see the structure of alkenes. Now we already know alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. The general formula is CnH2n. Then they have a double covalent bond between two carbon atoms. Okay, they are also known as olefins, is a common name, and they undergo addition reactions. This is about alkenes. Now let us see the first member of alkene, N. The general formula CnH2n. So N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because what is the definition of alkene? Unsaturated hydrocarbons having general formula CnH2n. They have a double covalent bond between two carbon atoms. To have double bond, there should be two carbon atoms minimum. So without two carbon atoms, that is with one carbon atom, alkenes are not possible. So N is equal to 1 is not possible. Minimum of two carbon atoms required. Okay. Alright. So N is equal to 2. First member is N is equal to 2. Molecular formula is C2. 2N is 4. C2H4. The name is ethene. Common name is ethylene. What is the condensed formula? CH2 double bond CH2. So what is the structure? So there are two carbon atoms, a double bond between them. Now check according to the principles of valence here. This carbon has two bonds already, so it can have only two more bonds. That is, two hydrogens are possible. This one already has two, so only two more hydrogens possible. So total bond on this carbon is 4. Total bond on this also is 4. So that is why CH2 double bond CH2, and formula C2H4 is matching, 2 carbon atoms and 4 hydrogen atoms. I'll show you the structure which can be drawn properly. Here you have the structural formula of ethene. Okay, so this is ethene, and here you have the electron dot figure of ethene. This carbon, 2 valence electrons on this side and 2. There are 2 bonds between the 2 carbon atoms and 1 on with each hydrogen. Okay, so this is electron dot figure. Okay, now the second member, N is equal to 3, because we started with N is equal to 2. This is 3. Name is propene. Molecular form will be C3, the double of that H6. Condensed formula CH3CH double bond CH2. As I said, double bond between two carbon atoms. Let us take the double bond here. So what will be the structure? Double bond between two carbon atoms. The other one will be single bond. Okay. So CH3. Why 3 hydrogens? Because there is a bond here already. This carbon, 1 bond this side, 2 bonds this side. So total 3. So 1 hydrogen. And here this carbon, 2 bonds here already. So 2 hydrogens. So this is the general formula C1, 2, 3, 3 carbon, and 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6 hydrogens. Okay. I hope you got it. Now third member is N is equal to 4. The name is butene. Molecular formula is C4H8. So 4 carbons in a row, double bond between 2 carbon atoms. So this 2 carbon atoms, now there will be less hydrogen because there are 2 bonds here, 2 hydrogens, 2 plus 2, 4. This carbon, 1 bond this side, 2 bonds this side, 3 and 1, 4 hydrogen. Okay. This carbon, 1 bond on either side, so 2 hydrogens. 4. This one, 1 bond this side, so 3 hydrogens. So total 4. Now fourth member, N is equal to 5. Molecular formula C5H10. Pentene is the name. Now here you have the structure here. 5 carbons in a row. There is a double bond between 2 carbon atoms. 2 hydrogens. Here 1 hydrogen. But the rest will have 2 hydrogens and the 3 hydrogens. So count the number of bonds on each carbon. Now the next member, N is equal to 6. How do you have N is equal to 6? Molecular formula is C6H12. Name is hexene. The condensed formula, 6 carbons in row. There is a double bond here. Now you may put the double bond in other places also. Instead of here, you may put here. We will discuss all that later when we take up isomerism. Right now, let us understand the symbol structure. Okay. So there are 6 carbon atoms in a row. Double bond is there between 2 carbon atoms. Accordingly, the number of hydrogens will be less here. Total bond in any carbon is 4. So if you count, it will match the formula C6 and H12. You may go up to 10 carbon atom, which is not required, as class 10 does not require all this. Then let us go to the next type of hydrocarbons called alkynes. Now alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons having general formula CnH2n minus 2. So it is still 2 carbon hydrogens less. They have a triple covalent bond between 2 carbon atoms. They are also known as acetylenes, undergo addition reactions, right? Now here we have CnH2n minus 2, n is equal to 1 not possible, as we already seen in the case of alkenes. Minimum of 2 carbon atoms required for the formation of an alkyne, because there has to be a triple bond between 2 carbon atoms. So the first member starts with n is equal to 2. Molecular formula will be C2. 2n will be 4 minus 2. 2n minus 2. So it will be again 2. So C2H2. The name is ethyne. Common name is acetylene. The condensed formula is CH triple bond CH2. 2 carbon atoms, triple bond. And therefore 3 bonds are gone. So only one more bond is possible. That is 1 hydrogen. Here again 3 bonds are gone. So 1 hydrogen. So that is how we have this first member. You have the structure here. You can check the structure. Structural formula of ethyne. Now children, please learn the structural formula. Draw and make and practice it. Electron dot structure as well as structural formula, because these questions are asked. So electron dot figure, this carbon, how is it combining? 3 bonds between 2 carbon atoms. So in other words, you can make it this way also. This carbon has 4 valence electron. I am making 3 on one side and 1 on the other side, total 4, because 3 bonds have to be made here. So the other carbon atom also has 3 electrons this side and 1 this side, total 4. So 3 bonds are formed here. Now this one will pair with a hydrogen with an electron of hydrogen. This one also pair like this. Okay, so it can be made this way also. Okay, so this is the electron dot structure of ethyne. Now the second member, n is equal to 3, the molecular formula will be C3H6 minus 2, 4. The name is propyne. Condensed formula, 3 carbon atoms, triple bond here. And so 3 plus 1 hydrogen, that is 4 bond. This carbon 3 bonds and 1 bond. So no hydrogen, total 4 already is done. Now this carbon 1 bond and 3 hydrogens. Okay. So total 4. Third member, n is equal to 4, C4H8 minus 2 is 6. Name is butane. Here is the structure. This is the condensed formula. 4 carbon atoms, triple bond. Now this carbon cannot have hydrogen. 3 bond this side and 1 here, 4. This has 3 bonds, so 1 hydrogen. This one, both sides 1 bond, so 2 hydrogen. This has 1 side a bond, and so 3 hydrogen. So accordingly, make the structure. Fourth member, n is equal to 5. Molecular formula is C5H8. Pentyne, the structure is given here. Same principle applied. And this fifth member, n is equal to 6, is also made here. Hexyne is also made here. Okay. So I hope you understood. Now in the next sequence, I will be explaining about the naming of organic compounds. So you can subscribe so that you will get notified about the next video. Thank you for watching.